Today we're doing another fun book tag video, even though the questions were a little stressful. This is the Oh, the Places You Will Go book tag, and I was tagged by Kevin Toll Reads, and I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a twist on it. I'm answering the original book prompt. Well, it's got book and life prompts, but I had to put a spin on some of them because I felt my answers were kind of basic and generic and short, and I'm like, oh, this is hard. So I did a thing, and hopefully you'll still find it intriguing. I will put all of the original prompts in the description down below as well. I hope you enjoy this. I'm Morgan, because I should introduce myself in case you've never been here before. Let's go ahead and dive into the first prompt. The book prompt for this one is, what is the first place you go to in a bookstore? That's probably fairly obvious to anybody who's watched my channel for a while, and that's going to be the fantasy sci-fi section. Straight to those shelves, and then maybe the aisle caps and end caps and tables after that. The last place, because that's my twist, is I'm going to do the last place I go to in the bookstore is the sales tables, like the bargain book sections and stuff. It won't be the last place I peruse. The life prompt for this one is, what is the biggest life decision that you have made that has impacted your life? Yeah, that did say life twice. Having kids. Having kids. You know, it makes you have to take on mental load, financial load, time load. Worth it. Yes, they are awesome, but I would say that's definitely the biggest impact on my life. The thing that has surprisingly impacted my life the least would be actually, finishing a college degree. A lot less impactful than assumed it would be. Helpful? Yes. Glad I got it? Sure. But a less impact than I thought it would have. The book prompt for this one is, what is something that you used to read that you don't read anymore? And this, I picked regular fiction. I read a lot more of that coming out of high school and the little bit I read from college until getting really back into reading in the 2010s. I don't know, there was a span there where I didn't read so much, but when I did, it was picking up fiction-y kind of books, detective books, some historical even. I don't know, maybe that's why I don't read too much historical nowadays. I don't know. So I don't really read too much regular fiction anymore. What are books that I didn't used to read that I read now? Horror. Okay, not deep horror, freaky books, scary books, but mild horror, horror light stuff, horror, like sci-fi horror. Those surprisingly I've been enjoying those over the past year. It was a big shock to me. It's a big shock. Never thought it would work. Still won't watch a horror movie. The life prompt for this one is, what is something you have learned either as a hobby or in education that you value the most? And this is why I felt it was basic reading, because you use that in actually every part of your life, and it is my biggest hobby, is of course, we read a lot here. Then I don't really have a twist on this one, because they would say that I don't value things that I've learned, which seems like a bad thing to say. I don't know. I'm sure there's something that I've learned, stupid, that I picked up along the way in all of my life. The book prompt for this one would be, pick a book with an attractive cover. I tried to limit to only regular edition covers, since we do have special editions, and I don't know, you could just go on and on with that. So I picked my German edition of The Hobbit, because it's technically not a special edition. It is an illustrated edition, but not special, but it's just so pretty with Smaug and his pile of gold. And another one would be The Tainted Cup, because this is just it's naked hardback and it's printed on there, and the design itself is awesome, but the fact that they printed it on the cover is also an awesome thing, so you could just carry it around and it's still pretty. Okay, I wasn't gonna show an ugly book, that sounds mean, and somebody designed this, and it's gonna be super shiny though. The Masters of Death, I think this is the bookish box edition. Why is it so pink? I mean, it's pink and a bright-ish shade of navy. And the edges, I don't know. I still haven't actually managed to read this book, so I don't know if it fits the vibe of the book. But I don't think it fits the name or the description that I've read about the book. The life prompt for this one would be the most beautiful places that you have been. I'd probably say Rome, because Rome was really cool, or maybe Florence. So Italy. Italy was very pretty. I liked going around Italy. That was so much fun, and it was very, very pretty. Germany was nice too, but Italy is much prettier. The book prompt for this one is, what do you feel confident about with regards to books? My answer is nothing. I still feel like an imposter talking about books most of the time, so confidence in regards to books. I would love to say even that I can read them, but then I read out loud to you and it is not there. The flip side of that is, what do I not feel confident about with books? And that would be spotting plot holes. I have had people tell me and seen other reviewers talk about things, inconsistencies, and where something didn't line up with the book, and I'm like, didn't notice that at all. The life prompt for this one is, what would your specialist subject be on Mastermind? I'd never heard of that show before, so I had to Google it, and I don't think I would even have the confidence to go on that show. Not to try to answer questions about a subject that I think I'm knowledgeable about in front of millions of audience viewers. No. The book prompt for this one is, what kind of books do you feel that you don't relate to? Westerns. I've never really done the Western thing. And as I continue to get older, more and more YA books, especially where they'll dumb down the protagonist, or it's not that I want to say she acts her age or she acts over her age and yet she makes dumb decisions, or it's just so many of them lately have just not gone well, and then some of them are amazing. So it's 50-50. It's 50-50 on those. The flip side of this would of course be, which do you relate to? And the long-suffering sidekick in fantasy novels who has to follow the energetic, upbeat one around, or totally relate to people in fantasy worlds. The life prompt for this one is, what is something that you have stopped doing or given up on? I'm not very good at giving up on things, so yeah, I don't know. The answer I bounced off my son was getting my husband to complete one project before moving on to 2 or 3 more, and he said, oh yeah, you've totally failed at that. He also laughed at my answer to the last prompt of the book too. Of the video too. Something then that I haven't given up on or haven't started that I should have, to be the flip side of this one, would be, I keep wanting to start crocheting, to learn to do that, and I haven't. I have a Wobbles kit, the one that's supposed to be super simple and just make a cute little character, and I still haven't done that either, and I really want to. It's a penguin. It's so cute. Book prompt is, name a book you're excited to read on your TBR. Blood Over Brighthaven was the answer I wrote when I started filling this out, and as you can see, I've started it. So super exciting, and it's going well. I'm really liking it so far. And I have no idea which book that I'm least excited to start on my TBR. Life prompt, what in general are you looking forward to most this year? Completing turning our shed outside into a gym, and that's the one that my son laughed at us for. He's like, big goals. Not wrong. He is not wrong. And I don't know. There's nothing I think that I am least excited about going on this year. Okay, actually I do have one. My daughter's getting braces. I'm not looking forward to the whining where she complains about it hurts. And then the final thing is the balancing act. Talk about balancing your time between general life and putting up booktube content. There is no good answer there. I do try to time manage though. Block out, do chores, do video editing, homework with the kids, dinner time, activities and stuff with the kids. But yeah, there's no good answer besides trying to juggle your time management, and something will always fall through the cracks. Generally the dishes. Finally, we get to the part of the video where you need to tag other people, and I'm going to tag anybody who wants to do this one, as it is kind of complicated. You have to put the thought into the book and the life stuffs, and you can do them in the original order or with their opposites, as that was actually kind of easier on some of these, just a smidgen. Hopefully though, you enjoyed this video, that I was amusing and entertaining. You'll give the video a like and comment down below with a confused face emoji, because some of these questions did make me confused and have to think a lot if you don't know what to say. Or of course you can comment any of your own responses to these questions down below as well. I hope you're having an excellent day, finding something great to read, and then I'll see you in the next one.